All right, in this video, we're going to make a drawing of this connector beam that we've made with a detail view and a section view. So I'm going to change my workspace, design, drawing from design, make sure our template is selected, then press OK. And it's asking me to place my base view. So I'm going to make sure my base view is visible edges only. And I'm going to put it kind of right here. And then press OK. And I'm going to make an isometric up here at the top so you can see it, but then we're going to save, we're not going to do a top view and a right view. We're going to save those spaces for a detail and a section view. So now let's go do a projected view to put the isometric. So my parent view is this one. Bring it up to this corner. Click. Press check. Now I'm going to go change this. Double click it. Change it to shaded edges. Press close. So to do a detail view, we're going to come up here and projected views right here. So a little bit over, there's this detail view. We'll click that. And then I'm going to select the parent view. And a detail view, you're going to make a circle that you're going to kind of zoom in on to see better. So I'm going to center my circle right here. Click that. And how big you make this circle is what the area is that you're going to detail. So I'm going to make it about as big as 3 holes. So let's come over here. I think that's good right there. Kind of put this A down where it's not in the way. And there is my detail view. See how it's kind of zoomed in? I need that a bit bigger though. So let's change our scale. I'm going to make the scale, let's try 3 to 1. Well, not 3 to 12, 3 to 1. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. So I'm going to make it visible edges. And then come up here and we'll place it right there. Let it load and see what it looks like. There we go. So there's our detail view. It's a zoomed in version of that, right? So we can go dimension the stuff on here. So I'm going to move this up. You know what? Let's do that right now. Let's dimension this before we go make the section view. So I'm going to need first how far apart these holes are. Right, so I'll do that one. And then we'll do this one. I need to know the radius of these circles. So that one, that one, that one, that one. Okay, what else do I need? I need to know how far apart these little notches are. So I can do one there. I need to know this little radius inside here. I need to know how big that is. Uh-oh, it says 0. So, it's because we need to change our precision. So I'm going to place it anyway. So that's that one. And there's also one right here. Let me zoom out. So they both say 0, but we're going to fix that. We can do that right now. So I'll go to Document Settings, Dimensions, click that. I'm going to change my linear precision to 3 decimal places. Same thing down here. Well, it's in inches. I'll change this one too. Press OK. Yeah, there we go. So now we've got an extra decimal, and you can see it's 0.003 of an inch. Let's see, what else do we need? I need how far apart the center of those radii are. So let's go dimension that on this one. So I'll get the center of this circle or arc to there. Make that there. And I also need how wide that line is. Where can I put that? I can put it over here. It's going to cross, but it'll be okay because I have no other room. So I'm going to click that line, bring it down. I can put it there. That'll work. Yeah, in some cases, I mean, that's not the best choice of places to put it, but I've really used everything. I could move those up there, but then I'd have the same problem. All right, so I think that's pretty well dimensioned. So let's go and do a sectional view. So section view is right next to detail view. I'm going to click that. I'm going to select this again as my parent view, and I'm going to zoom in again. So I want to cut right here. I want to make that my plane. So to get it exactly down the middle of that circle, I'm going to put my mouse over the center of the circle until I get that little X, and then I'm going to slowly move up. Click there, move down, click there, press check, and there is my section view right there. So let's zoom out. Again, that's really small because it's 1 to 2. It's like this one. So I'm going to change the scale to, let's try 3 to 1, like the detail view. That looks pretty good. So I'll place it right here, visible edges, press check. Let's move this up a little bit. All right. So now let's go dimension this one, and then we're done. So dimension, I need to get the overall width. What else? I need how deep that little extrusion I made was. So let's go from there to there. And then let's also get how deep this part is. So from there to there. And I think that should be good. So I know how wide the circles are, and I know how deep those are from my other drawing. Yeah, I think that's everything I need. And then I also need the overall length, right? So let's get the overall length. So I'm going to dimension my overall length from the center of that circle to the center of this circle. And let's go up to here. And now let's see what this looks like. That looks pretty good. I could probably stand to move this down a little bit, but I think it's okay there. Let's see if I can make this a little bit cleaner. Yeah, that's not bad. That's pretty good. So there is our, it's kind of, I could make this text a little bit smaller. Let's do that. Make it neater. 0.20. See what that looks like. That didn't really help. You can play with this. We can put our, I can move this to the side to make it look a little bit cleaner. But that's basically it. So there is our drawing now with our detail view and our section view of small features.